Meeting you where you are. The meaning behind the slogan is that we meet the community where they are, on their journey towards holistic health, a plant-based lifestyle, and veganism, whether it's physically, mentally, emotionally, or spiritually. We do this through people, food, events, and culture. Our 6 pillars are earth, eating, education, empowerment, enlightenment, and events. We are Black Veg Society.
Hi, we are live. Thank you for tuning in. Let me help you, a loved one or friend, find your vegan soul through food, people, events, and culture. Yay! Festival season has officially begun. So let's spring forward to a vegan lifestyle. My guest today will be sharing all the deets about the Fairfax Vegfest scheduled for this Sunday. Welcome Eric Lindstrom of Farm and Helene Ann of Vegfest Expos. How is everybody doing today?
Hello.
All right.
I love you and your energy, Naijha. Thank you for having us on.
Well, you got to have energy for this work. You know that. If you don't, you're going to lose it. Okay. So let's start, Eric, because last year, you were at the college, and I know how it is to do festivals at the college. We did a festival for 3 years at the college. Talk to us about why we are back at Northwest Federal Credit Union in Herndon, Virginia. What's going on here?
Well, excellent question, Naijha. And we hope everyone can come out this Sunday at the NWFCU headquarters in Herndon. As Naijha said, last year we went on GMU campus, which was a lot of fun. It's a gorgeous campus, very accommodating. It was a bit windy, but we had a nice turnout. And the year before that, we were at the NWFCU parking lot where it's returning this year. And so in both those instances, it was under the brand of Planet Virginia. We're taking a hold this year on the Planet Series events and have been so fortunate to align ourselves with Helene and offered an opportunity, and we've worked together, and she's just an incredible person to work with. So this year, it's the return of Fairfax Vegfest, which we're all extremely excited about.
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to it. And Helene, I've worked with you on some multi-city events. Can you speak to me about what's going on in your world? And this is your first, not your first fest, obviously, but the first time organizing and planning the Fairfax Vegfest.
Well, I couldn't refuse the offer from Eric. Is basically it. Eric was like, "Hey, I want to talk to you about something," and he was like, "Let's talk about our Planet Series events and you taking them over." And this one is kind of close to our hearts because we both really want to bring back DC Vegfest.
But you're bringing back a classic DC Vegfest. I remember that was like the first Vegfest that I ever attended. Yeah.
That's what we want to do. It's just timing right now politically. It is not the time to do an event in DC. So I feel like Fairfax in Herndon, Western Virginia is close enough. It's close enough to DC without as much traffic, easier parking. The vendors are going to be incredible. I have 2 vendors signing up today because that's what happens last minute. But I'll take it. We can take everyone but food at this point. So I will take as many vendors as they want to come if it makes sense for the event. And this is going to be fun outside of the weather that is getting worse by the moment. But
oh my goodness. Okay, I'm gonna come on screen here because when you talk about the weather, just to pause here on the questions. I was scheduled to be on a panel at Texas Vegfest. Okay, I'm now part of the Federation of Vegan Festivals in the Black, Indigenous, and People of Color space. So we're supporting some festivals, and Texas Vegfest was one of them. And they had to cancel their
Yep.
festival because of inclement weather and high winds and things like that. So talk about that, Helene and Eric, because I know we've all experienced things like this, weather and cancellation. Let's talk about the challenges that you're going through with planning this fest. Then we'll move into the successes.
Well,
So talk
there's
about how's it gonna be?
there's a nifty hurricane named Hurricane Helene that canceled my Asheville festival. So and destroyed half of North Carolina, Western North Carolina kind of got destroyed, and my name is kind of infamous and a force of nature in a sense. So weather is something we can't control. It's the only piece of the event system that we have absolutely zero control over. We can just kind of hope that they're wrong, but we still need people to come out.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
this event is rain or shine. I don't feel like the rain is going to be so bad or the wind's going to be so bad. It is going to be windy. It is going to be cooler out. But I kind of prefer it to be colder out than hot, to be walking around and outside all day. So this is once a year. So if you miss it, you have to wait till next year. And these
Yeah.
vendors need you to come out this year. They need you
Yep.
to come out and spend money and support them because they might not exist next year because
Right.
times are tough and times are difficult. And we need to support our community and shop small. And one of the perfect places to do that is at a Vegfest. And you can do it on Sunday at Fairfax Vegfest.
I love it. I love it. I'm gonna bring that flyer up again because I've been sharing the media flyers. The flyers are wonderful. So let me just bring that up again so we have some information on that. And I will bring up the website in a second. Talk about some of the successes that you're experiencing with bringing it back to the old location, Eric.
Well, yeah, I mean, it was, again, an excellent opportunity because you've been there. I mean, it's a massive parking lot. And NWFCU has always been an incredible partner for Gwen Whitaker, who you know from Green Fair Organic Cuisine. She's the one that founded Fairfax Vegfest, ran it for 6 years. She's also been a great, Helene can tell you, she's been a great force this year in helping with some of the planning, with some of the arrangements of what needs to take place at NWFCU. But that parking lot and the staff and everyone at NWFCU make it so wonderful to work with that it's hard not to return. And so when we moved it to GMU, Naijha, we did that primarily to try to capture a younger audience. We were going to bring in college students, college-age people.
Right.
And meanwhile, on some level, we abandoned really what Fairfax Vegfest was known for and where it was known to succeed. And so coming back there and working with Jeff and his entire team at NWFCU is kind of a no-brainer. It's just a wonderful location, conveniently located. I'm actually flying into Dulles tomorrow. And, it's a 10-minute drive from Dulles. And so you're right there. Once you're in Herndon, you're ready for the festival. So very excited to return to NWFCU. I'm sure Helene has some points to make about that as well.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, we stay across the street. It's brilliant. And the hotel has a shuttle that can pick Eric up. And he just does, it's
Yep.
all, I mean, what a lovely hotel. The Hampton Inn across the street is absolutely amazing. Great staff. And I mean, it makes it easy for us because we literally have to go. I mean, what festival have you done where you only had to go across the street, Naijha?
I love
Across
it.
the street to get to it. I mean,
Well, yeah, we had a festival a few years ago where you can cross a couple of streets, but it was like so huge that that was an inconvenience in itself. And we're talking about the 2023 Vegan Soul Fest, but we won't get into all of that. I'm going to share the website. Give me 1 second. It's Veg Expos.
VegFestExpos.com.
Okay. VegFest Expos, and I love it because it has all of your great stuff on there. So you're going to guide me through this because this is where you're directing everyone to go. So let me just share that with the viewers. Give me 1 second. And it's amazing. I love that you're partnering with Helene because if anybody is doing this business, she's doing it, and she's been doing it for years. So here we go. This is where people are going to land, right? Talk to us about the website.
Yeah, the website has gone through a lot of iterations just in the past 6 months. So, it's gone from more vendor heavy to attendee heavy and more of a balance. So you can see the things that you can, find an expo near you, and then in the upper right corner, if you're a vendor sign up. And I sent in the chat, you'll see that I actually have a page for Fairfax Vegfest if you want to go to that one.
Okay.
Because that will have you have to put in the URL because you can't access it from here. But yeah,
Okay.
so it's like it's a landing page for the festival that has the map, has the transit. The coolest thing about Gwen, I have to shout out. I mean, I went up to Virginia in early March and met with people, met with vendors, and Gwen and I had dinner. And what an amazing partner. It's because of her that we have a transit shuttle that people can take public transit and get to the event, and then, take this nifty little shuttle back and forth. And it's because of her that we have the showmobile, which is where you two will be up on doing the education. So, I mean, I was like, hey, can, also telling me about people and who her resources were from when she did this. And I just leaned into it because she was like, do you want this? And I'm like, yes. All right, we'll make it happen. And then I was like, this is fantastic. A lot of texting back and forth, some emails, and like the magic happened. And then the vendors that I met when I went up in March, I convinced them to come. And that was like super important because, they needed this back on their radar. So they could, be at the event and enjoy the event. So you've got 2 days and 22 hours to, put a raincoat on and come out to the event.
No. But I do want to say really quick.
You're scaring me, Ling. I gotta drive down there. Me and my little one. Okay. Well, let's talk about. It's presented by Farm and NWFCU Green Fair. Shout out to the sponsors because you need sponsors and supporters to put this thing together. And then you have your vendor map. So that's on the website. And like you said, the public transit very important because a lot of people don't want to drive for a number of reasons, and it's great to be near public transportation. So information is on the website there, and the reasons you should come. So I'm going to let you tell us why people should come to this fest. Read it yourself.
Helene.
Right. Okay, there you go. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I couldn't hear anything. I can't hear Naijha at all.
Oh no.
Okay. No, well, you got to. Yeah, I could pitch this if you want.
Can you hear Naijha? Because I can't.
I can hear you. Let me just read it off to everybody. I'll let everybody know why they should be at the Fairfax Vegfest. This festival is great for those that are curious about a plant-based diet, if you're foodie, craving what's fresh and new. It's a fun and family-friendly thing to do. I want to know what's going to be there for the kids. We'll get that in there in a minute. You want to be more health conscious and fit. You want to help support the community, and you're about supporting small businesses, just as Helene mentioned earlier. Come out and support the vendors. You care about the planet. You're interested in finding new vendors. You don't know how many times I've heard people talk about they've discovered new vendors, foods, all that at VegFest. And there's going to be live music and a DJ. I'm sorry, I cannot have a festival without the live music or a DJ. And of course, we're doing all of this because we want to help the animals. And when you're eating better and not eating animals and exploiting animals, you're helping the animals. Okay, so this is why you should come. Here goes the kids' fun zone. Yes. I got to ask this because, we organize a Children's Veg Fest up here. We're on the 3rd annual coming in late August. So what is there about the kids? Because we're always talking about the adults, but the kids are our future. Children are our future. They're influential. They're telling their parents what to do. I know that's what my daughter's doing. So what's going to be going on in the kids' fun zone?
Well, I'm hoping, Naijha, you can hear me.
Yes, I can.
Okay, excellent. So Helene is having difficulty hearing either of us, but I let her know that we could hear her. So let's just keep that in mind. But I'm happy to answer this question for you because, of course, I'm the author of the book, Raising Vegan Kids.
Woo!
So, yeah, we'll do a giveaway of that book during the event.
Awesome.
So it's near and dear to my heart as I'm raising 2 vegan kids. And of course, I interact with a lot of families who are either raising vegan kids or have veg-curious kids, or some parents who are vegan who want to get their kids to be a little bit more plant-based. So Veg Fests are an excellent family opportunity. I mean, there's no question coming out to Fairfax with your entire family makes an immense amount of sense because there is face painting, there's arts and crafts. It's a family-friendly environment. We will be giving away, as usual, our wonderful My Farm Friends coloring books to the kids. We will have an appearance.
I love those. We need some of those at our fest.
I will send them to you. Penny the pig will be there. So we have this beautiful mascot this year. I'm so excited about. So she'll be walking around handing out candy, obviously vegan candies to the kids.
Yes,
the
please.
whole thing, besides it just being so family friendly, as you said, this is an opportunity for not just, I don't even want to say veg curious, even if you're not ready quite yet to even call yourself curious. You love food. You love great food. And Naijha, you were there in Bethesda because when you take the stage, I'm so excited. When you take the stage, everything lights up. The sun, the clouds part. I mean, you are so amazing.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. What's great is that these family events are they're plant-based, but you don't know that. Like I can remember the first year we did it in Bethesda when there was somebody in line waiting a half an hour at one of the booths for a burger, and they got up and got the burger and fries and then walked away and then was like, oh, wait a second, this is plant-based? It didn't matter. It was the food is so good, right? You're coming for community, you're coming for maybe some networking, you're coming for these information sessions with a great lineup of speakers, and you're just coming out on what's going to end up being a beautiful day.
You know what?
It's always a beautiful day because it's a Vegfest day. And the whole family fun zone piece is so that the parents can stay because the kids don't want to leave.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's like the main piece. And so I learned that in 2015, that if the kids are occupied and they love being there, the parents can stay and spend money. And that's kind of like, and otherwise, if the kids are like, I hate this, the parents have to leave because they're not going to be dragging their kids around, for the whole day. And we have free face painting. We have the live game, the life-size games that Eric is bringing. We have coloring. We have,
so cool.
There'll be a tent over there for the face painter to be under. And, the event is, a warm welcome hug. It is a place to come where you can, it's intersectional. It is warm and welcoming to everybody.
Yeah.
That's one of the most important things, is that the vegan community needs to be open and welcoming to every person, no matter where they are in their journey on this planet, or what they look like, or what sex they are. It doesn't matter. This is a safe space. And you wouldn't know it's vegan. You wouldn't know. You walk in, you have no idea it's a vegan event.
Exactly. And that's how it should be. Now let's talk about who's going to be there in terms of, you have a lineup of activities. Where can we find this on the Fairfax Vegfest dedicated page? Your agenda. Okay, I will go to your Facebook page. Can we get the Facebook page? Because we just need to know who's going to be in a lineup at what time, because you have some amazing speakers lined up for the event. That's correct, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me go to that Facebook page, because I think I saw it on the Facebook. Okay. Well, while we're waiting for me to load that, I can tell you one thing, everybody. I'm going to be here. I'm going to be there. Okay. Yes. And I'll be there before 2:30 because I want to get some live coverage and interview some of the vendors and the people that are there doing what they do. So, but I will be in the education tent that's hosted by Eric. So, Eric, I'm going to ask you about the tent and where this idea came from and what the experience is going to be like. But at 2:30, I'll be speaking about finding your vegan soul. And yes, you see that's one word, because Land of Kush has branded vegan soul as a term, and we're going to talk about that and how you anchor your advocacy in spirit, because that's the foundation. So, Eric, talk about the education tent and what's going to be going on in there and who's scheduled. Why I bring up the Facebook page with that info. Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm fortunate. I've said this before to Helene. I helped out with Syracuse Vegfest, which is one of her Vegfests now, as the MC and the panel facilitator. And Naijha, put a microphone in my hand and It's all over. So I'm very honored. I was also the MC at Asheville, which had an incredible panel. I mean, that was the best panel I've ever facilitated down in Asheville. It was really great. And so we're doing a similar thing here at Fairfax with about a half a dozen speakers, ending with a panel. I know that Milton Mills is going to be there.
Oh my God! Don't tell me anymore. That is my best event. That's
like, don't tell me anymore. So Milton's there.
That is my bestie right there.
Yeah, he's incredible. Dan Austin, who's a bodybuilder, fitness instructor, what's
the vegan meathead.
The vegan meathead.
Wow.
Yep.
And Helene, now that it sounds like you can hear us and you're back into it.
I can't hear Naijha at all. I can only hear you.
Okay. Want to run us through the lineup, and I'll sort of chime in on what I know about these people.
We're starting with the president and CEO of Northwest Federal Credit Union.
Yep.
It'll be
Jeff.
11:15. Jeff will do the opening statements. And at 11:30, we've got Daniel Austin, the vegan meathead. And then we've got Thomas Goodman, Plant Dining Partnerships.
Oh, love
and then
Thomas.
we've got Milton Mills coming up after that. And then after Milton will be Naijha. And then after Naijha will be the panel. And the panel's idea was Thomas's idea, actually. I have to look up what the topic is because it's long, but it's super important.
Okay.
And it's something that, we'll end the festival with. We'll end the day with. And they'll be on the Showmobile stage in the parking lot. So that'll be that. And the other side of the parking lot will be the music. So we'll try to make it so that they don't affect each other because that's really important. And in between, you'll have all these vendors. We have 6 food trucks. We've got 50, after today, it'll be 54 vendors.
Wow, that's awesome.
I
So
love it.
I think it's a good start to bring something back. And, people seem to like this location. They seem to like the name Fairfax Vegfest. I believe that this is the start of just kind of like Syracuse coming back. I feel like it's the start for this, regrowth of an event and kind of go from there.
You're right, because I don't my schedule is so tight that it doesn't really allow me to attend a lot of things that I want to attend. So I have to be very careful and selective about what I engage in. And for many years, I've even tabled at the Fairfax Vegfest. This year, it's too much for me to table. But I'm going to bring some T-shirts that I'm going to give away and also sell so that we can raise money for Black Veg Society, because we have our projects and programs that we need to fund as well. But here, just to reiterate what was disclosed about the education tent for the first time that's happening at the Fairfax Vegfest. Eric is emceeing. It runs from 11:30 to 5, and opening up with the vegan meathead Daniel Austin at 11:30. Through Vegan Power, all things are possible. I love it. Then Thomas Goodman at 12:30, talking about creating a more compassionate world with food activism outreach, and I love it. Food activism outreach. People don't understand the power of food in introducing people to this lifestyle, which is why we do the Maryland Vegan Restaurant Week. It's for an introduction and to get people to familiar and get businesses familiar with, hey, put some options, on your menu so that, people can come in and enjoy with their friends, because everybody doesn't have all vegan friends. It's like intersected. Let's break bread at the table together. So that's very important, the food activism. And my friend, Dr. Milton Mills, expanding the boundaries of veganism and how it can improve your health, because the African-American community, that's the number one thing on the top of their minds when they're getting into this movement is, how is it going to work out for me? My health is deteriorating as the number one demographic with health disparities. So I'm loving that Milton Mills speaks on this. And then me, I'm a spiritualist, grounded in astrology, numerology, omnism, ahimsa, all of that type of stuff. So we're going to talk about that foundation, because we're here for a purpose, and every purpose is different. So every advocacy and movement and activism is going to be different. It's not or you're going to do it this way or that way. It's going to be you're going to do this way and that way. And what is your way in this advocacy? And then the panel discussion, leveraging passions for compassionate advocacy. I love it. I think this agenda is wonderful. I'm so excited. Look, what do you want to share additionally about yourselves personally or the festival that you want people to know? So I will stop sharing this. I'll put up the where people can get more information. But if you want to start, Helene, just some things about you and yourself and the work that you do and your purpose in all of this. Why are you doing this? You got like 12 million fests that you organize. Okay, you can't hear me. We'll go with Eric.
Hey, so maybe Helene will chime in, or I can let her know what your question was. But for me, and you can, I'm sure, parrot this, Naijha, it's about community. And you sort of just tapped into that a little bit by talking about the support you get, not just through advocacy, through the work that you're doing, but supporting each other on your journey, letting them take the journey at their own pace, providing support, providing amazing food like you'll get at Fairfax Vegfest. But for me, I got to say, seeing DJ Soul every year, who I love, he's vegan, he's incredible, spinning tunes all day. All of these speakers that you just showed the lineup for, getting to see them again, and then getting to see all of the people who, over the past 50 years, because Farm turns 50 this year, over the past 50 years has interacted with myself or Farm or Alex Hershaft on some level. So Farm Animal Rights Movement's history right there in the DMV means that we're going to see a lot of people that we know. And that to me is the fun part, is getting back together. These are vegan events, but we really want to bring in the rest of the community. We want others to be part of this and to take part in this and to enjoy the food and the talks and the music and everything else. So community to me is the main reason for Veg Fests.
Helene, can you hear us now? Can you hear me? Okay, I just want you to share.
Okay.
Okay, great. So, yes.
I've been doing this since 2014, producing these festivals, and this year I'll go as far north as Syracuse, New York, and as far south as Marietta, Georgia, and kind of in between. And it's a lighter year because there's 7 festivals left. I already did one, so there were 8 this year. So there's 7 festivals left, and this is my activism. I do this to reach as many people as possible, to introduce them to why this matters, why we need to save the planet, why we need to help the animals, and why we need, to improve our health. And this to me is for me, the best way to reach tens of thousands of people on an annual basis in a fun, interactive way where you can actually shop small and support our vendors. Vendors are family to me. I have their backs. I want them to be as successful as possible. I can only do so much because all of you will make the difference in how well they do at the event.
Yeah.
I really want you to come and spend some money and buy your soap at the event. Don't buy it, at Walmart. Buy, jewelry, buy obviously food. You don't just have to eat food that day, just so you know. The food will keep, the desserts will keep. For like at least the next day. The food will keep for lunch or dinner the next day, so you can buy more, and desserts will keep for the week. So, and then you can take them to work. You can share them with your coworkers. You can do all those things. Just think about that the day of the event, that it's not just right there that you can, show your support. You can carry it forward. And some of these vendors are traveling. They're traveling from South Carolina. They're traveling from Georgia. They're traveling to come and see you. There's local vendors who I'm excited to meet.
Yeah.
A lot of these vendors are new to me. So they're new to how I do things. They're new to just, the Veg Fest Expo's way of producing an event. Naijha and I have worked together on a virtual event, so we know how we work. I feel like at some point we will work together on an in-person something.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, once I connect with you on Sunday, we'll see what's next and what we can do. On that note, how best can people connect with you and your final call to action? Again, folks, before I just want to tell you, I'm going to be there. If you want to connect with me, please get there. to hear me speak at 2:30, but come earlier and support the vendors because they need your support. We're living in the economy is just not doing well, and people need your support. So call to actions and how people can best connect with each of you.
Yeah, I'll start really quick because this is Helene's event, and she's fully in charge, and I cannot wait to see it come together on Sunday. But for me, what I would ask the viewers right now to do is to share this video, is to share the memes, is to help us promote it as much as possible to anybody within a 2-hour radius of Fairfax, Dulles Airport, because that's what it comes down to right now. Naijha, you've done a 1,000 events, that this is the last chance for promotion. This is the last chance to get people to show up. The vendors are locked in. The speakers are locked in. The music is all locked in. The kids area is locked in. We're going to host this thing. This thing is going to come off beautifully, but we need attendees. So ignore the iffy weather. It's just going to be a little bit cool. Just plan for it. But otherwise, we can't wait to look forward to seeing 5,000 people at NWFCU on Sunday.
Yeah, this is like your chance to be part of like DC Vegfest miniature. It's kind of how that's I think where Eric and I want to go with this, is to make it into this, until we can actually do that again. This is it. So you need to all come out. You need to come out and sport. You need to come out no matter what the weather is. Please come out, and these vendors already paid their fees. The money's already spent to make this event happen. You now need to follow through and go to the finish line and cross that finish line and be there and, see your happy faces. Because I'm going to tell you, when you're eating the food, the weather will not matter. We will have a tent. We'll have a tent with some tables and chairs underneath it. It's not going to be a ton, but there will be a tent with tables and chairs that you can go under. I don't know this year 100% what I should be doing. I will know more after this event. So some grace towards, Vegfest Expos. We will learn from this, and then next year, watch out.
Folks, Sunday, April 19, 11 to 5, Fairfax Vegfest. This is what year? I know you've been doing it a long time, but the 17th annual Fairfax Vegfest at Northwest Federal Credit Union, 200 Spring Street, Herndon, Virginia. Go to fairfaxvegfest.org and find on the bottom, or I put it in the chat, Fairfax Vegfest. And I'm looking forward to seeing you there. Look, peace and blessings. Thank you for tuning in to Naijha Speaks. Naijha Speaks is a project of Black Veg Society. Please subscribe to the channel at naijaspeaks.com. Follow me at Naijha Speaks and support the program. The platform, all this stuff that we have to pay for, is with your tax-deductible donations, love offerings, gifts at blackvegsociety.org. If you donate $25 today, you'll get a t-shirt, a vegan t-shirt. It's today, not tomorrow, today, on Thursday, my day, Naijha Speaks Day. You will get a vegan t-shirt. Not vegan,
nice.
We got veganish t-shirts. $25 today, and I'll reach out to you directly, and we'll arrange to get that t-shirt to you.
I got one thing to say, Naijha. Sorry to interrupt.
Okay? Thank you so much.
It's a $10 suggested donation at the event. It's at our vendor booth. We also have a prize wheel that you can spin. Everyone will win something. We have a raffle every hour, which is $5 to enter, or 10 entries for $25, and parking is $5 in the garage. All the money that you donate or you spend at the event goes towards the nonprofit that helps us continue to bring these events, not just to your city, but to all the cities. So come out and support us and everybody else.
I love it. Thank you, Eric, Helene, for being there. Looking forward to seeing you on Sunday. Okay.
Thank you, Naijha.
Stay cool.
Thank you so much.
Stay cool in this weather. See you soon.
Meeting you where you are. The meaning behind the slogan is that we meet the community where they are on their journey towards holistic health, a plant-based lifestyle, and veganism, whether it's physically, mentally, emotionally, or spiritually. We do this through people, food, events, and culture. Our 6 pillars are earth, eating, education, empowerment, enlightenment, and events. We are Black Veg Society.